It's Palm Sunday, everyone. And as you know, I'm here in Harlem reporting the news. My name is News Reporter Jack. And just to let you know, I have exciting news from Nigeria. Of course, our good friend Calvin and Adelare and all of his Sunday school people are there in Nigeria celebrating Palm Sunday. So we're going to join them, and I think there's some breaking news that Adelare won a soccer contest. We'll find out.
Okay, as you can see, Sunday school is kind of crowded, but that's okay. It's always crowded here in Nigeria, and we're celebrating Palm Sunday, and we're celebrating that I am the best in soccer. Yeah, well, that American football, it's okay, but not as good as I am. So let's see what Youth Pastor Emmanuel has to say today.
Okay, everybody, just have a seat, and I'll get started. Now, today, we're talking from chapter Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 21, verses 9 through 11. 9-11. What the saying? Okay, let me get started. Now, the crowds that went ahead of him and those that followed shouted, Hosanna! Hosanna! To the Son of David. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest heaven. When Jesus entered Jerusalem, the whole city was stirred and asked, Who is this? The crowds answered, This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee. Well, I want to look at two things today. The first thing is Hosanna. When people shouted Hosanna, that meant to save or liberate. Some of the people thought that Jesus would deliver them from the Roman government. What they really didn't realize was Jesus was there to deliver them from their sins. And when I say sins, that means that they were walking away from God and their lives. They were doing things that God did not want them to do. And remember, we always talk about God's purpose in our life. Now we're looking at suffering too. Jesus had to suffer. That meant he had to go through something that was awful and horrible. And Jesus followed God, but although he followed God, he suffered too. And it wasn't fun. So, we also have to look at another word called blessed. Now, a lot of people say they're blessed and highly favored, or they're blessed. It means to ask God for a favor, or to ask God to favor something. And when I say that, it's like sometimes you can have a favorite cup or a favorite teddy bear or something else, and it's your favorite. You keep it. You try to make sure it's well maintained and everything else. When something is blessed to God, that's what it means. God wants to keep it. And people were asking for God's favor, or that God wanted to keep Jesus and do good things. He wanted that to rest upon Jesus. And God's favor has to do with when we please God himself. And that's what Jesus was doing. He was pleasing God. Now, Jesus had to go through something horrible, and it was to suffer. Now, here in Nigeria, you celebrate Palm Sunday with parades and processions. People go down the street and they're waving their palms, and that's what you do. It's very unique. We also do that back in Harlem in New York. But today we're talking about Palm Sunday here in Nigeria. Now, Hope that everybody got something from today's lesson, and I hope that everybody is going to remember about what we talked about, Hosanna, and also to be blessed. And oh, wait a minute. Yes, Adela Ray, did you want to say something?
Hey everybody, I won the soccer game, so you're in the way. I just want everybody to know.
Okay, Adela Ray won the soccer game, but we're not here to talk about soccer. We're here to talk about Jesus coming to Jerusalem and why we celebrate Palm Sunday. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good week.